Okay, hi. We're gonna put this labeled as like a regular daily vlog, so it's gonna have a date after it and all that stuff. But I've been going through some linked videos, and other people have been asking me questions, and apparently 13K is one of those things where people are like, "Wow, you're really good at YouTube," and I'm just like, "Wow," I'm like, "Wow, what?" And you've got a video with over 1 million views. Oh, it must be it's such a good video. It was a joke video. It just, it, it's literally the definition of viral. I didn't mean for that to go viral. The intended audience was not. So I'm gonna give you guys some of my hints and tips to starting up your own YouTube channel. Things that I've noticed that come from up and coming YouTubers that they don't do. Maybe they don't. And it's possible they just don't have that kind of. I know one of my friends lives on the East Coast. He says it's really nice when I get like he gets like snaps from me and Insta stories, and he's like, I just can't imagine. Like, what was it? I think he was a little tired. He goes, I can't imagine being around someone so as expressive as you. I'm like, yeah, it's not just YouTube. It's not just videos. I'm pretty expressive. It's a whole package sort of thing. And I noticed there's maybe a stage fright thing going on. Some people are like, oh, I just got to get back into the swing of things. After a fashion, it's not like getting back into the swing of things. Some people are always just going to sit there like a deer in headlights on a camera and like, hey, and they're going to stare at themselves in the screen, not glance over at the sensor. And a lot of people, so that's another thing. Be a little expressive. Don't just have a flat face, like a deer in headlights. I mean, you got some people have that, I don't know, and then they go back to flat face. You gotta, it's like theater. You have to be one of those kind of people. And if you immediately thought gay, you need to get your brain out of the thing. There's a you need to, you need to be outwardly expressive with yourself. That doesn't necessarily, engage with the camera. Rather than the camera is recording you and you're recording. It is true that the camera is recording your surroundings in a very technical sense. But it's not, it still has that deer in headlights look. And if you get further enough into this, you start dealing with the thirds. Because if you deal with like me sitting over here versus me sitting right here versus me sitting way over here, there's apparent differences. And what they mean by the thirds is if you have two things being framed. I like to try to sit over a little bit so that I can think to myself to move to the side if I want to put a picture over there or something. That way I have some sort of space because I haven't gotten my whiteboard yet. So I have to use a white wall. It's kind of hard to tell. Anyways, another thing, lighting. Some of the guys that are vlogging in Europe go outside to vlog, or they vlog, but a few times they vlog inside their apartment and in their bedroom, and there's like one tiny little window that's like that big that lets a little bit of light in, and you have to record at a certain time or you have to turn all the lights on. I mean, I help someone with it, but I watched his most recent video and it's still like, it's still a little dark. What else? Sound. This has been a thing I've noticed at least for the last 6 years. Aaron can talk at full volume sitting right next to me. He could be right here. We could be parallel with the thing, and it will be harder to hear him than it is me. And I could be whispering, and everyone will know exactly what the hell I am saying. Part of it is because I am quite articulate in my words. Other people tend to kind of, okay, like they rely on the human brain to split mumble apart. It's that idea with like words that you need the first letter and the last letter, and all the letters in the middle can be mixed up and you still know what the word says. So whereas if you just sort of like talk around and you don't really do anything, see, that's the human brain picking out what was there. But I didn't actually really, like you guys saw, I didn't really move my lips or anything. I didn't really use my thing. I just sort of like slurred through all of my speech, and I didn't really use much, and I kept my tone really normal. You have to be a bit more expressive. You have to be a bit more articulate in your words. Or, because the camera, much like on football film, the camera doesn't lie. The camera is recording everything, and it records actually a greater amount than you can hear, and then outputs it into something you can hear. So a lot of things are, how do I describe this? Alright, we're going to use this. This is the scale of sound that the camera can pick up. This is what you hear. This is what you hear. The camera hears all of this and compresses it to that. So the very small up and downs that people do with their voice come out very monotone. And if you're not really like expressive with your face, sometimes people don't really know whether or not you're talking happy or not. Like even when I talk happy, my head turns to the side, my eyebrows kind of go up when I bring my voice up. Like I'm trying not to, and when I bring my voice up, my eyebrows raise, because that's cool. You know, and if you're just starting in high school, maybe take drama as an elective. Unless that's not what men do, or something like that. If you really want to make YouTube a thing, I would suggest a drama class. You don't have to go full-blown theater, but at least the drama teacher will tell you how to present better. I would, yeah. And that's a lot of the things. And some people are not comfortable standing in front of class. The benefit is you realize there's only a camera sitting there. And a lot of people can come out of their shells that way. I rambled a lot on this one. All the ideas are there. They just sort of kind of came out in a knot. You may need to rewatch this a couple times or so. So for those of you that are wondering, oh, I don't have a camera set up. I don't have a tripod. Where did that sun go? Got a cloud over the sun. Anyways, and so when you've got, well, I don't have a tripod. I don't have a thing. I don't have a camera. Like I do. Like I have the camera and I have it on a tripod and I can hold it out and I can spin it around and I can hold it up and I can point it this way and all that stuff. I get it. You don't have the money for that. What we're going to do right now is I'm actually going to, that's Pokemon. Alright. So, and if you have a phone to record on, clean your lens. Clean your lens. Just letting you know. Also, when recording on a phone, kind of hold it like this. But you're going to be holding it horizontal. That way you've got the support finger, the top finger, so that it doesn't wiggle back and forth, and then the back brace. The question is, you put the bottom of your phone into the cup of your hand, because then it works like that. So we're going to see about doing this one in a weird way, and you guys will see. This is what happens when you have a camera that's still. You have a wonderful stage background, but I'll tell you this much, having its own camera doesn't necessarily mean you have a lot of things. You can just record a lot of information independently of your data plan. Now we're on my phone, and it is much more crystal clear. It is way better than other things. I can walk around. And the camera actually pulls out a little bit wider. In terms of the area the camera pulls out, I like the phone better than that guy. But yeah, this is a little awkward for this arm, this shoulder. That looks a little, okay. It looks a little bit more gross right now. But yeah, that's kind of that. I mean, I switched over so you guys could see what the difference is, and that technically my phone records better. The sound is a little bit better. The issue is I have to flip this video because the phone does not do that. However, if you're only using the phone and you're not trying to show off anything that people are reading, and you're just like, and you have it set up, that's fine. You know, nobody knows what your room's set up like, so you're good. So yeah, now we're gonna see what happens when I set this thing up. Look at that belly. See, it's really low. Yeah, but that's not a big deal. Look at that. Anyways. So you don't have a tripod. Big deal. That thing, perfectly tall. Look at this. I'll do that same setup. I'll set my phone down and I'll lean it up against the tripod. Or in a book. A book, I could be leaning that up against. I could lean it up against a shoe. So, that's that. It's not really complicated, but you gotta be a bit expressive. And if you're not holding onto a camera, use your hands. Got it?